So for today's video, I'm going to do my holiday glam. I just thought it's a nice video to do. You can see what makeup I've been wearing like every day of the last few weeks. So I'm not going to lie, after my last video saying that like I don't use, like the sprays don't work, I'm going to use a lot of them because it's that hot that they feel good. This is the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray, and it's really nice before makeup and just really soothing on the skin. I'm going to be mixing the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Foundation with the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour Foundation because this one is slightly too dark, although it might actually match me kind of now. But I really love the finish of both of these, and I've been finding that mixing them together, beautiful. Half a pump of this foundation on my finger, and I just dot that on my face. I take this foundation and I just put a little swipe of it next to each of the blobs. And I'm actually using my sponge as usual. I'm going to get a new one of these because it's kind of breaking a bit where I always wash it. Well, I don't always wash it, but where I try and always wash it. So I'm just using that, and I'm kind of like just mixing them together actually on my face. And I find using a damp sponge really helps to like press in the products, and I love how like glowy this finish is and how like it wears as well. Like once I set it all down with powder, it still looks really nice, and then after like a few hours it looks nice because like the natural oils kind of break it down a bit and bring back some of that glow. So I just love it, and this colour combination I think just really works to like match the kind of natural tan I've got going on, because it's not as dark as it would be if I was on holiday, so and I don't have my really dark foundation with me to mix. And I do just run a little bit of that over the eyelids because like when I'm away I like try and do things as basic as possible. If you can hear any noise, that's because all the windows are open. I'm taking the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer, and I'm going to put that in the centre of my face. And then taking my collection, if I can find it. Where is it? Here it is. My Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer under the eyes. I'm not taking it like, I'm taking it a little bit down from the eyes just because it looks nicer when you then blend it up. I really love using this glowy concealer in the centre of my face and then having the matte one under the eyes. I think it's really pretty. So again, with my sponge, blending it in. I've just been loving how this makeup looks and how it wears and how it like stays looking nice throughout the day. It looks nice when you first put it on, and it looks really pretty in the evening as well when you've had it on all day. Just tapping that up, so I'm just basically with my sponge bringing that concealer that's underneath the eyes like up to right under the eyes, and this is just putting a bit less product under there, just like that. And I'm going to set all of this in place before it melts off. So I'm just setting with some loose powder under my eyes, again taking it below the eye and then bringing it up. And then I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I just load that onto my fluffy brush and set my whole face so it's not tacky at all, because I hate the hooning of tacky foundation. Some people can like live with it, but for me it's just so annoying, and I just don't like the fact that it feels like it can transfer more. Now I like to add a bit more definition into my face because obviously I've lost my cheekbones and my tan and stuff a bit. So I'm taking my Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm taking this a little bit high up, like right on the cheekbones and the cheeks, and really buffing that on to bring back some colour. And then using the excess on the brush, I'm actually going on my chin. I've just been finding that I prefer it like this because it's kind of like, otherwise the chin and the bottom half of the face kind of gets lost, because you don't put like, maybe put highlighter down there, but you don't put like your bronzer or anything down there, and so like this whole part of your face is really white and bright, and I prefer, on me at least, that just to bronze a little bit that bit of my chin. And then I'm going to contour a bit, because even though we're going for the bronzy kind of summery look, I just love a bit of contour to chisel the cheekbone back in, just a little bit, because you just take away so much of your definition when you put foundation and powder and stuff on. I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing a beginner series soon, where like every few weeks I'll do a new beginner video on the different steps of makeup, because obviously I just think it's so important to help teach people how to do makeup, so that then you can be as confident as I am with it. So now I'm actually going to highlight. Where I get more tanned, I actually prefer to do my highlight first, because it's such like a bright thing that I find if I do it last, it kind of makes me look a bit paler than I am. I don't know. So I'm doing it in this order. So I'm actually taking my Revolution X-Sof highlighter palette in the shade Sugar Frosting, and whoa, I dropped it. I'm taking a mixture of both of the shades. I like tap into both and then tap it off a little bit because this is pigmented. I'm just putting that on my cheekbones, same way I always do. I love highlighter, and like I cannot go without it. Oh, just look how pretty it is. Really trying to buff that into my skin a bit. And when I'm tapping into both these shades, I'm making sure to finish with the darker shade, because obviously my foundation is on a little bit of the darker side at the moment from with my tan, so I was trying to go in that last so that the highlighter is a little bit darker. I'm putting that on my cheeks, my nose, my cupid's bow, a little bit on my chin, excess on the forehead kind of thing. It's the spots I've always put my highlighter in. I'm going to take a pencil brush and just take a little bit of both those shades as well in the inner corners. We might go in with more on the inner corners later, but for now, this is good. Now it's time for blush, because in the summer we are tanned and we're a little bit sunburned and sun-kissed, and a look is not finished without blush, so I like to put quite a bit of blush on. I'm using the CYO Crush On Blush, and I put my blush up on my temples kind of thing, but I am actually just brushing it over that highlighter a little bit to blend it a tiny bit. Really up on there and then brush over the highlight just to meld it in. I love blusher. And then of course putting it on my nose, focusing it on the bridge of my nose instead of the tip of my nose, but it's quite a big brush, so. And now we're going to move on to eyes. Realistically, normally I'll either leave my eyes and just put mascara on, or sometimes I even just leave my eyes like this. Like, I've been kind of getting into doing the full glam with nothing else. And sometimes I do quite a neutral eye, but actually today we are going out and I'm going to be wearing my new crazy trousers and shirt, so I want to do something a little bit crazy, and I do have my Revolution X-Sof palette with me because I was just like, how can I not take this on holiday? It's literally got everything I need, neutrals, colours, everything. So I'm going to do something with this. I'm not entirely sure what, but yeah, we're going to create a look. I'm going to take some yellow on this shade Sunshine. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner. I'm kind of going to blend that into the front of my eyebrow. And then on this same brush actually, I'm going to take a little bit of Cocktail, the orange. And I'm just going to bring that in the crease bit. I'm literally hardly touching my lid, and this shade is so pigmented. But this palette is really good for this. You just hardly touch and you just wipe it kind of where you want it, and it just does it for you. It's so good. And I'm actually today not going to be focusing on intensity of colour because I just want like a wash of the shades. Okay, just like that. It's a bit of yellow, a bit of orange, and I'm gonna take a tiny bit of red, extra spice, hardly any on the brush, and just again, same kind of area. Just buffing that out. I just love how easy it is to get these colours to blend. It's like Soph made them she's just made them to blend so perfectly together. And this is also working so well because like I'm hardly applying pressure, I'm just kind of letting the colours blend how they want to blend. Instead of focusing on high intensity, I want just a natural look today. I'm going to take the shade Cookie Dough, which is a brown shade from the palette, and I'm going to put that in the outer corner and blend it out. I love this shade so much. But the shade Cookie Dough is one of my favourite shades in this palette, I think. It's such a perfect neutral shade. It's like not too cool and not too warm. It's beautiful. So I'm just kind of pulling that out into my blush and bronzer. With that same brush actually, I'm going to take Cereal, which is a darker brown, but it's got kind of red undertones, so it will work well with this kind of sunset. And I'm putting that on the outer corner and kind of blending a little bit. Blue Lagoon, the blue shade obviously, on the outer corner. Some of Lover, the pink shade. And so I'm going to take a bit of green, and it's Maman. I'm going to take some of Mirrorball on my finger and just tap that on where I can get it with these nails. And I'm going to do my brows. Fixing my brows is actually one of the first jobs I've got when I get back. So recently I've just been going for pretty bushy, natural, not really sure what's going on brows. That's the way life is sometimes. So now for some mascara. I find that mascara always makes everything look a bit better. So I'm just going to curl my lashes. The Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit. But I'm kind of try and wipe off the brush a bit, because I find it can put quite a bit of product on your lashes. My MAC lipstick in Velvet Teddy. It's melting a little bit. Oh, it's melty, it must be hot. a little bit of MAC Tropic Tonic on the centre. And you could leave this like this again, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't add a bit more. So I'm taking my Fenty gloss in Fenty Glow, and I'm wiping most of the product off of the doe foot, and then I'm just applying that in the centre. So I'm going to finish this look off with some setting spray, actually a lot of setting spray. Like, that's way more setting spray than I would normally do, but it is so hot that it just feels so good to have that on. So this is the finished makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and get changed, do my hair, put an outfit, jewelry on, and then I'll come back and show you guys the finished look. So this is the finished look. I've got the scrunchie to match the trousers, which match the shirt, which match my eyeshadow. Like, I'm all matching. So if you did enjoy this video, please give a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below, and also leave me a comment with what you want to see next, and also follow my Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye!